In the quest to strengthen our confidence, it's inspiring to seek references that radiate security and convey genuinely valuable lessons. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, immortalized profound reflections that are a true treasure trove of philosophy, brimming with wisdom about cultivating our inner confidence. Reflecting on existence and its complexities can be like finding a lighthouse amid the darkness. Philosophers like Aurelius show us that confidence isn't innate, but an internal journey that requires cultivating the mind, nurturing courage, and facing challenges as opportunities for growth. Their lives are living testimonies of their own ideas. For instance, Aristotle advocated that courage isn't the absence of fear but acting despite it. Socrates, known for the famous phrase, "Know thyself," tirelessly sought inner truth. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations are considered one of the grandest works of philosophy. Therefore, in this video, we'll draw upon his wisdom as motivation to discuss 10 things we should do to build our self-confidence based on Marcus Aurelius's teachings. First, focus on building your character. Marcus Aurelius, in his immense wisdom, advises us to consider the purpose of our existence. The purpose of your life is ultimately to live according to your own nature. Looking at the nuances of everyday life, it's evident that self-confidence intertwines with the quality of our character. From the earliest family bonds we're shaped, but it's in life's journey that we chisel our moral structure. Our social skills and a solid character become valuable allies in challenging scenarios. Character, this intrinsic moral essence, serves as an internal compass guiding our decisions and actions. It's a continuous process, this refinement of character, a constant self-examination between who we are, who we aspire to be, and who we fear becoming. The Stoics teach us that every challenge is an opportunity to polish our essence toward constant evolution. Cultivating kindness, honesty, and diligence becomes part of this process. Educating oneself to treat everyone with respect becomes a daily mission. Character, unlike wealth or power, is our most intrinsic possession. It defines our rise or fall. It's the legacy we leave to the world. Marcus Aurelius's life is a reflection of these principles. Besides his role as an emperor, he sought incessantly to improve his own essence. His philosophical legacy spans centuries, inspiring humanity to cultivate a resilient and noble character. Following in Marcus Aurelius's footsteps means recognizing that true confidence isn't merely external. It's forged internally in the strength of character that shapes our life journey. As he said, "If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them." It's this relentless pursuit of virtue that makes us truly confident. Second, practice self-acceptance. Marcus Aurelius advises us, accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Often we get lost in our imperfections, neglecting our virtues. Focusing too much on our flaws can generate insecurities, undermining our self-confidence. The fear of loneliness can distance us from enjoying our own company. Self-acceptance requires learning to be comfortable with oneself, discovering joy in our own presence. It's self-love that nurtures confidence and provides a more optimistic perspective. When we truly love ourselves, we reduce the need for comparisons and free ourselves from external expectations. Recognizing oneself as complete and whole is the first step toward acceptance. Nobody expects perfection, and accepting who we are allows us to grow without guilt. Marcus Aurelius's life, the emperor who sought virtue and wisdom, reflects this practice. His Meditations witness introspection and acceptance of human nature, with its virtues and flaws. Practicing self-acceptance goes beyond physical appearance. It involves honesty with oneself and forgiveness. Reflecting on past mistakes is a way to release the burden of regret, strengthening self-esteem. Self-love and self-acceptance are daily choices, a commitment to our essence. It's learning to value who we are, regardless of circumstances or external expectations. Opting for acceptance over self-criticism is embracing our true essence. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." It's in understanding and directing our thoughts that we shape our own happiness and strengthen our inner confidence. Third, focus on your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When we find ourselves frequently immersed in sadness or discouragement, it might be that our fundamental beliefs about ourselves are permeated by negativity. Rooted thoughts like, "I am unworthy of love," or "I am a failure," shape our choices and worldviews. Challenging these ideas is the first step. Imagine yourself in a courtroom where an internal lawyer relentlessly defends the notion of failure. It's time to gather evidence to challenge this narrative. Make two lists, one with supposed proofs of your failure and another highlighting why these ideas aren't true. Just as Marcus Aurelius sought truth and wisdom, challenging these negative thoughts is a journey towards self-acceptance. Recognizing the strength of reasons that contradict this self-perception is essential to replace imbalanced thoughts with more rational perspectives. These thought patterns are like familiar trails, often filled with negativity. The more we cling to harmful thoughts, the more our self-esteem is impacted. Changing these patterns may seem intimidating, but it's a crucial way to nurture healthier self-esteem. Marcus Aurelius's life, reflected in his meditations, reveals his relentless pursuit of clarity of thought and discernment. His writings are an invitation to challenge entrenched ideas and seek inner truth, a practice that remains relevant to this day. As he said, "Learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference and stop scolding nature for being what it is." It's by understanding and directing our thoughts that we shape our own happiness and strengthen our inner confidence. Fourth, make a plan and stop over-analyzing. Marcus Aurelius instructs us, "Transform your intent into action. Quench your desires. Keep your mind independent." We're immersed in an era where we overplan and underact. Having goals is the starting point, but it's the action that truly matters. Bright ideas and plans lose value if not followed by concrete actions. If aiming for a career change, the decision is just the beginning. It's essential to seek qualifications, certifications, and actively apply for new opportunities. If the goal is to improve physical fitness, lifting weights regularly and controlling the diet are fundamental actions. Ceasing excessive research or preparation and starting to act is the real driver of self-confidence. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, achieved success not only through thoughts but through actions. They understood that merely planning isn't enough. It's the actions that drive confidence, demonstrating commitment and determination. In Marcus Aurelius's life, we see a leader who not only philosophized but acted. His meditations weren't just theories, but reflections applied to everyday life. This practical approach is a legacy of the Stoics that resonates to this day. Action is the key to increasing self-confidence. Turning plans into tangible actions is what propels us toward our goals. Ceasing to procrastinate and starting to act is the path to accomplishment and self-confidence. As he said, "Love only that which happens to you and is ordained by an external cause is the same as rejoicing because the rain falls." It's by acting on circumstances that we truly take control of our lives and strengthen our inner confidence. Fifth, keep your word. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, Keep your word, honor your promises, be what your Father expected you to be. Fulfilling our promises goes beyond a social gesture. It's a commitment to our integrity. When we promise something, it's not just an agreement with others, but an internal pact of loyalty to ourselves. Keeping our word means respecting commitments, both those made with others and those established with ourselves. It's a way to test our own integrity, maintaining consistency between what we say and what we do. This consistency strengthens our self-esteem and confidence. A promise is one of the deepest forms of communication, but breaking it has an emotional cost. Research shows that breaking promises affects our brains, causing emotional conflict and suppressing honesty. This action undermines not only others' trust in us, but also our self-esteem. In Marcus Aurelius's life, we see a leader who strove to keep his promises, not only to maintain his integrity, but also to build trust among those around him. His philosophical work reflects a commitment to truth and sincerity with oneself. Honoring our promises isn't just a matter of social courtesy, but a reflection of who we are. Keeping our word strengthens our self-esteem and others' trust in us. It's a constant commitment to integrity, essential for living authentically. As he said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." Taking responsibility for our words and actions is the foundation for building solid self-confidence in ourselves and others. Sixth, take responsibility for your actions. Marcus Aurelius advises us, do your work without complaining. Taking responsibility for our actions is an essential trait for high self-esteem. The lack of responsibility often correlates with low self-esteem. When we blame others, we miss the opportunity to grow and learn from our mistakes. It's common to attribute blame to external factors for our failures. However, individuals with high self-esteem channel their energy into finding solutions instead of dwelling on circumstances. Those with elevated self-esteem understand that mistakes are part of the journey and use these experiences as learning opportunities. In Marcus Aurelius's life, we see a leader who not only commanded but also took responsibility for his actions. In his Meditations, he reflects on the internal control of our reactions to situations, a practice that elevates self-esteem and strengthens autonomy. Assuming responsibility means taking charge of our own lives. It involves learning from mistakes, focusing on solutions, and living according to our own values. Elevated self-esteem manifests when we recognize the power of self-management and autonomy in building a life aligned with our choices. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Assuming responsibility for our actions is an act of inner strength, a way to direct our lives with authenticity and integrity. Seventh, don't talk too much about yourself. Marcus Aurelius advises us, get used to attending carefully to what is being said by another, and as far as possible, enter into the mind of the speaker. It's common to fall into the trap of talking excessively about ourselves. Studies reveal that about 30 to 40% of our conversations revolve around ourselves, reflecting the pleasure we feel in sharing personal information. However, talking too much about ourselves can have costs, not only in terms of time and energy, but also in our relationships and credibility. People who monopolize conversations tend to diminish others' contributions, showing a lack of interest and awareness towards others, which can negatively affect our self-confidence. In Marcus Aurelius's life, we see a leader who valued attentive listening and understanding others' perspectives. His meditations reflect the desire to understand others and distance himself from gossip and judgments, cultivating the virtues of curiosity and compassion. Avoiding conversations centered on gossip and judgments is a way to cultivate more meaningful relationships. Instead of monopolizing conversations, it's essential to develop listening skills, show genuine interest, and seek topics that promote enriching and mutually beneficial conversations. As he said, the art of living is more in the fight than the gift. The ability to listen attentively and value others' perspectives is a daily struggle, but it's a path that leads to deeper and more meaningful relationships. 8th, remember death. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Stoics valued the practice of memento mori, the constant reminder of mortality. This daily reflection isn't meant to create a gloomy environment, but offers inspiration, motivation, and clarity. Reflecting on our mortality isn't about living in fear, but facing daily life with courage and focus on what truly matters. This morning routine can help face challenges without fear, providing the necessary perspective to prioritize our lives according to our values and aspirations. In Marcus Aurelius's life, we see a leader who not only recognized life's transience, but also valued each day as a unique opportunity. In his Meditations, he emphasizes the importance of living according to moral principles, recognizing life's brevity as a motivator for meaningful action. Therefore, the daily reminder of death isn't a reminder to live in fear, but to live with purpose. Valuing each day and recognizing our own finiteness propels us to make decisions aligned with our values and leads us to act in ways that bring us closer to the type of person we want to be. As he said, death is a natural end and need not be feared if we are able to live according to nature. Recognizing our mortality encourages us to embrace life with integrity, focus, and determination, living each moment with authenticity and purpose. 9th, ignore the critics. Marcus Aurelius offers a valuable lesson. When someone blames you or hates you, or people express similar criticisms, go to their souls, dive within them, and see what kind of people they are. You will realize that there is no need to be upset by any specific opinion they may have about you. Detractors are prone to criticize and oppose constantly, regardless of your purpose or action. When we strive for something beyond the ordinary, we attract criticism from detractors. They fear change and evolution, expressing opposition to innovation or progress. However, the control we have lies in how we react to these criticisms. Their voices may be loud, but they don't deserve the power to disturb our inner peace. In Marcus Aurelius's life, we see a leader who sought to understand the underlying reasons behind criticisms and opposition. In his reflections, he emphasizes the importance of not allowing others' opinions to shake our inner balance. It's crucial to remember that we are shaped by the people we surround ourselves with. If someone is constantly rejecting ideas or criticizing without justification, it may be wise to ignore those voices. After all, our energy and focus are valuable resources, and directing them towards negative people does not contribute to our personal growth. As he said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Ignoring critics isn't about closing our ears to everyone, but about discerning between constructive criticism and unfounded opinions, directing our attention to what truly matters for our development and well-being. 10th, have a nightly confidence ritual. Marcus Aurelius, in his reflections on the characteristics of the rational soul, offers a powerful insight into self-awareness, self-examination, and self-determination. However, he also indicates paths to strengthen self-confidence, essential for taking care of oneself, positively interacting with others, and finding pride in how we live our lives. While part of self-confidence is genetically determined, the rest is within our control. Cultivating self-confidence can become a daily practice, especially at night before bed, when we can reflect and lay the groundwork for a more confident future. Keeping a gratitude journal is one of these accessible exercises. By listing 3 to 5 things we are grateful for daily, we cultivate an appreciation for life's small joys. Recognizing even the smallest daily blessings gives us a positive perspective and allows us to face future challenges with more confidence and positivity. Similar to the gratitude journal, the success journal provides an opportunity to acknowledge our daily victories, whether big or small. It's not just about monumental achievements, but recognizing wise decisions, moments of kindness, or simply actions that made us feel good about ourselves. These small victories are like steps that, when recognized and valued, strengthen our self-confidence, propelling us towards more achievements in the following days. By focusing our attention on daily victories, we reinforce our constructive thinking patterns. This creates a virtuous cycle where we feel more capable, make more assertive decisions, and consequently achieve more success. Following this nightly ritual, taking time to reflect on gratitude and the day's victories not only connects us with our daily journey, but also nurtures and strengthens our internal confidence, preparing us to face tomorrow's challenges with a more resilient and positive mindset. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Constantly bear in mind that all of nature is change." This practice reminds us that change is constant, but our commitment to growth and resilience is what drives us forward.